Hi, I'm doing well. Thanks. How about you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. So, what have you been up to lately? How is going and how is your job now?
Work has been quite busy, but doing well. I'm still working in the customer service department, mainly handling complaints by phone and chat, as well as monitoring product shipments. How about you?
That's great. I'm not working at the moment. So, can you tell me more about your work in detail?
Oh, sure. So my main task is to receive and respond to customer complaints, whether by phone or chat. Beside that, I also monitor product shipments, making sure everything is on schedule and help customer if there are any issues with the deliveries.
Wow, it sounds like there's a lot to take care of. Speaking of coworkers, how is your relationship with them? Do you have any tips for maintaining good cooperation?
My relationship with my coworkers are quite good. We always try to support and help each other. The tips might be good communication and mutual respect, and don't hesitate to give praise if someone does a good job, and conversely provide feedback in a constructive way if something needs improvement.
It seems like interested in your job. Do you have any tips for those who want to work in this field?
Absolutely. For tips, first and foremost, you need to have good communication skills. This is very important because you will be interacting with many people with various characters. In addition, patience and empathy are also highly needed. If you can understand the customer's feelings and provide the right solution, that's already halfway to success. Don't forget to keep learning and updating your knowledge about the products or service you are handling.
Wow, that can be valuable tips for me later on. How do you keep your job enjoyable and balanced?
To keep the job enjoyable, I always try to see the positive side of every challenge. Whenever I can help a customer well, it feels so satisfying. In addition, I also often seek variety in my work. For example, by learning new things or trying new ways to solve problems. To maintain balance, I have a regular schedule and always make time to rest and refresh. Communication with college is also important as we can support each other and share stories.
Then, how do you cope with pressure or stress at work?
Yes, pressure and stress are inevitable, especially when there are a lot of customers complain. I usually do a few things to deal with stress. First, I always try to stay calm and think positively. Second, I also often talk to friends or my family about what I'm feeling. They usually can provide a different perspective or just give support. In addition, maintaining physically health by exercising and eating healthy food is also very helpful. And lastly, I also like to listening to calming music during breaks. It really helps to relax my mind.
That sounds great. Music can be really helpful for relaxation. Speaking of complaints, how do you handle difficult or angry customers?
Well, dealing with difficultly or angry customers is a challenge in itself. The key is to be patient and stay calm. I usually listening to their complaint carefully without interrupting. And after that, I try to understand the problem and provide the right solution. If there is indeed a mistake on our part, I don't hesitate to apologize and immediately find a way to fix it.
Wow, this sounds like a lot of presence and good communication skills are required. How do how do the challenge of handling complaints over the phone compare to handling them via chat?
They there are definitely some difference on the tones. We can hear the customer's tone of voice, so we can more quickly pick up on their emotion and responding accordingly. But it's also more difficultly on the phone because we have to respond immediately without much time to think. With chat, we have a bit more time to craft our response and choose our words carefully. However, in chat, we need to be more clear and detailed since we don't have tone of voice to have convey our meaning.
I see. And how do you manage your time and priorities when you're receiving a lot of customer complaints or requests? Do you have any specific strategies?
Time management is really important. I usually start by identifying which complaints or requests are the most urgent versus which ones can wait. I also use a ticketing system to track all the incoming requests and complaints, which help ensures nothing falls through the cracks. Beyond that, I try to tackle issues one by one, especially the ones that can be resolved quickly so they don't start piling up.
It sounds like you really have to be a master at multitasking and organization. Also heard you monitor the product shipments. What are some of the biggest challenges in that part of your role?
You are right. Monitoring the shipments is a challenge as well. The biggest issue is usually when there are delays or problems with the deliveries. Customer will contact us right away about that, and sometimes they aren't very patient. We have to quickly check in the shipment status and coordinate with the logistic team to resolve the problems as fast as possible.
It really does sound like an incredible busy job. How do you manage to maintain a healthy work-life balance?
I try to make good use of my free time. On weekends, I really try to rest and do activities I enjoy, like going for walks or watching movie.
That sounds that sounds like a great purpose. I wish you continued success in your role. How do you ensure that the delivery process goes smoothly? What do you need to monitor?
So, to ensure that the delivery process goes smoothly, I have to monitor several things. First, I check the delivery status in our tracking system. The system is directly connected to the courier, so I can see real time updates. And second, I also need to make sure the delivery address is correct and complete. If there's an error in the address, it can cause delay. Lastly, I always communicate with the warehouse team and the courier to ensure there are no issues on the ground.
Wow, that's a lot manager. By the way, what do you like and dislike the most about your current job?
What I like the most is being able to help customers and solve their problems. It feels very satisfying when they are finally happy with the solution.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, how do you manage to stay productive and not get stressed with the many customer requests?
First, I always try to stay calm and focused. I make a priority list every day so I know what needs to be done first. Beside that, I also take short breaks between works. If I start feeling stressed, I usually take deep breathers or go for a short walk. It's also important to maintain health by eating regularly and getting enough sleep.
Good tips, sister. If someone wants to apply for a job in customer service, what tips can you give them to prepare?
The most important things is to understand the product or service you will be supporting. Also learn effective communication skills, both verbal and written. Additionally, practice active listening and empathy, as these are very important when handling customer complaints. And lastly, be prepared to work under pressure and stay calm in difficult situations.
Noted. I'll share this with friends who are interested. By the way, does the company provide any special training to improve customer com- complaint handling skill?
Yes, they do. The company usually provides basic training about the products and service, as well as how to handle various types of complaints. In addition, we often receive additional training on communication technique, stress management, and ways to improve customer satisfaction. This training is very helpful in dealing with every situation.
Your company sounds great. Doesn't your experience? What are the most common reasons that cause customers to feel dissatisfied and complain?
The most common issues are delivery delays or receiving items that do not match their orders. Beside the problems with customer service, such as slow response times or inadequate solution, are also frequent cause of complaints. Therefore, it's very important to always maintain good communication up on every customer's complaint.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experience.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could be helpful. Please don't hesitate to ask if you have any other information. Thank you.